Johnny,
Good morning.
how are you doing?
Wonderful. How are you?
Good. I love the quarantine stash you
Oh,
got
thanks.
going on.
You like this?
Yeah, I'm Roach. This is my friend Marija. Thanks for taking time
Hi.
out for us, man.
Pleasure to virtually meet you.
You too. It's so wherever you're in New York right now, right?
That's right. I'm in Brooklyn. On a rooftop right now playing with my dog. She's getting hosed off
Oh,
here. We hang out on the rooftop because that's where we get to go in this weird.
awesome. Is this your building that you're at with this cool rooftop?
Yes, that's correct.
Sweet. Well, that's awesome. At least you have that since you really can't go anywhere else in New York right now.
So lucky because Brooklyn's crazy right now. And it's like kind of a scary time. And we've got this big ass rooftop that allows us to exercise our dogs and get some socialization with humans. And it's good.
Hey, Johnny, you got a green thumb? You got your garden work going on over there?
Not me.
No?
I don't do any of the planting. That's everybody else's zone. But between us, sometimes if I'm up here drunk, I may or may not have peed in the planters once in a while.
Right on, man. Well, listen, man, we appreciate your time. We know right now a lot of our artist friends, you've got a lot of time on your hands. So, I mean, what do you like doing for fun? Are you doing a lot of writing or just what are you doing when you have all this downtime and shows are getting canceled?
All right, so I was able to get through all of Breaking Bad and all of Better Call Saul. That's pretty cool because I'd never watched the shows. I got through all of them, and I've watched a lot of good movies. I got my own little home studio, and I've been writing. The boys have moved to Nashville, and they've set up a house, and pretty soon I'll be joining them, and we are getting started this summer on HS4 or 5, depending on how you look at things.
Rich makes these guitars, man. I didn't realize Rich is such a woodworker. He's such a craftsman.
Yeah, he's incredible. He builds everything that I play. I used to play Fenders and Gibsons and whatnot, and honestly, he spends so much time. He'll spend about 3 months on one guitar, and he busts up the micrometers. He's very math-oriented. They're better than anything I've ever played. But yeah, he's a wizard. It's Venice Guitars. You can find it on Instagram and give him a shout. Hit up his DMs. He's always happy to talk.
Your newest album, MCID, just came out in November. And with this album, I noticed, and I know I'm not the only one who's noticed, that it sounds different than the first two. It having some other musical genres in there, a little hip hop, a little electronic music. So was that the plan to kind of try something new, or did it just happen organically when you were working on new music?
Both. You know, the plan was to see. We believe that artists should evolve. All of my favorite artists in the world, all of our favorite bands in the world have evolved, and the ones that have kind of done the same thing over and over again, you know, they don't evolve. And so I know that there's been some backlash. I'm not stupid. You know, a lot of people don't enjoy the newer sounds, but we do. And I think that that's kind of what matters, is making sure that if we're happy, then I think it's going to show through the music. So yeah, we want to just continue evolving and expanding. Like, I have no idea. We haven't actually, we've started to set dates for when we're going to begin, but we don't know what it's going to sound like or what it's going to come out like. And I know that a lot of rock and roll purists are like, well, why don't you go back to making Lydia? And my response to that is, why don't you go listen to Lydia? You know, it's there. I like to see what we can do, see what we come up with. It's more fun for us if we try new things, experiment and paint. Like, you know, I always make this reference, but there are certain painters, right? Like, let's say Da Vinci, if he was to, or Michelangelo, if they were to make a statue someday, is that not still art? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So yeah, I think that we're going to always continue to grow and evolve, because we don't want to get stuck in some rut where we're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. I don't want to be 50 years old thrashing around playing the same punk songs that I wrote when I was 20, you know. That's not what I want to do. I'd like to keep sending it into different directions.
Well, and while the music might sound different too, and like you're talking about evolving, lyrically, even going back to the first album to now, your songs are super relatable, super personal. I think because they are so personal is why they're relatable. I mean, you look at a song like 16, when you write music like that, especially a song like that, is it therapeutic for you to get that down on paper, to sing it out loud, to kind of get it out?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the whole point is it's such a great therapy. However, it's a double-edged sword, because then I have to live with that, and then I have to play that over and over again, and then I'm not in that feeling. I think a lot of times people think, you know, I'll sing about drug use or this, that, and the other, and they'll think, oh, that must be this person's constant mood, this person's constant vibration. And it's not. I'm singing about a certain particular time and moment and getting that off my chest. But then if a song sticks and it hits, I have to find myself in that mood live and play it again. So it's like a gift and a curse to be able to do it. So yes, it's very therapeutic when I'm getting it out and off my chest, but it can become quite the opposite when I have to replay it 3 months down the road when I'm feeling great. You know what I mean? So
and then you're constantly reminded of it when you're like, God, I thought
right.
this was past me, you know? Yeah, I can see that.
I should just start singing about ice cream and cars and shit like that. I don't know.
The new single from Highly Suspect, ice cream, cars, and shit like that.
Yeah, ice cream, cars, and shit like that.
Love that. Well, man, we appreciate your time. We've got some questions from our listeners. They're joining us right now on Instagram Live at 93X. So if you don't mind, we're going to throw a couple quick questions. Yeah, we got a bunch of us following us right now. So, Mara, why don't you open up one of the questions?
Okay, so the first one is from Sarah in Cape Coral, Florida. She is asking, back when Highly Suspect was a cover band, what was your favorite song that you covered?
Oof. Let's see. Sarah, we loved to cover reggae songs, and I don't have one specific in mind, but that was like the genre that we really enjoyed playing, because we were living on Cape Cod on a beach and just like, you know, our flip-flops and barefoot and smoking weed and doing that. So, yeah.
Kind of like how we live down here.
Yeah, that's our daily life.
Yeah, I should get out of Brooklyn and come to Florida, right?
Me, bro. That's my thing, man. All right.
You guys like pina coladas?
Yeah.
You have another question here. This one is from Andrea in Fort Myers. She's asking what your dream collaboration would be.
Grimes. Andrea, I want to collaborate with Grimes.
Ooh. Wow. All right, well, I'm going to throw, how about this? And I'm just throwing off that. If there was an artist that is no longer with us on this earth, who would you have liked to have collaborated with?
Little Richard.
Wow. Little Richard.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, just a side question for myself. Do you still dabble in the piano? Do you still play the piano
Absolutely.
at all?
Absolutely. Cool. In fact, I write most of, well, not most of, but you know, a good portion of the songs, they start on piano.
We're going to wrap this thing up because I want to let you get back and spend some doggy time with Daddy. And we're going to do a rapid fire, though, with you real quick, and we'll wrap things up.
All right, rapid fire. Let's go.
Rapid fire. All right, Maria, ladies first.
You want me to do my 5 first?
Your 5 first.
So I got 5 for you. All right. I think I already know the answer to this one, but to start, my question was dogs or cats?
Oh, both.
Okay. All right, next one. Phone call or texting?
Texting.
Driving or flying?
Flying.
Work hard or play hard?
Both.
Toilet paper over or under?
What? On the roll?
Yeah.
Like on the side of the wall? Okay, so I've got like this. No, listen. All right, I'll try to keep this rapid fire, but I've got a toilet scrubber, right? That sits next to my toilet, and on top of that is a toilet paper holder because it's like concealed. So it's actually vertical.
Oh.
I actually have vertical toilet paper, but normally.
Okay, so to the right or to the left?
It's on my left side, and then I have to take it off, and then I use my right hand to wipe my ass, if you must know.
Right. All right. Well, there we go. A lot more about you than I thought it would.
Yep.
But great.
All right, mine will be much easier, man. Here we go. Spaghetti or sashimi?
Well, it would have to be spaghetti. I'm vegan.
Okay, fair enough. Football or basketball?
Basketball.
Zeppelin or Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd.
Blondes or brunettes?
Both.
Good answer. Jack
both.
Daniels or Wild Turkey?
Oh, Jack Daniels.
Boom! Johnny, you are done.
Damn, that was rapid.
That was
Well, I love you
it.
guys.
Hey, we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the new album, MCID. We thank you for your time today, man. We look forward to seeing you soon back on tour, you and the entire gang. Stay safe. Much love to you guys.
Thank you guys so much for having me, and goodbye everybody out there that's watching, and
Good to see
stay
you.
tuned. All sorts of new things coming.
Awesome. Later, Johnny.
Bye.
Bye.